going to do a sound check. Sound check. Sound check. very good afternoon, everybody, and welcome back here to lovely Cyprus. We're live from the Athena Beach Hotel, and we've got another great game here in the Atlantic Mixed Senior Fours. And next game up, let's have a quick look. We have South Africa A taking on the United States of America A. And alongside me for this game for the afternoon is England's John Bell. Good afternoon, John.
Good afternoon, everybody.
Thanks for joining us again. Good game ahead.
It is a good game ahead. It's taken 2 days to calm down after that superb men's force final.
Yes, it was very, very close. So we turn our eyes once again this afternoon to another great game. Same rink as this morning, rink number 11 here in the complex. The backhand was definitely the hand to play in this direction. Forehand was very, very unpredictable. Knockout stages, of course, this mixed fours event. It's not round robin like the previous events, so it's 15 ends or 2.5 hours. And if you get beat, then you're out.
Yeah, and a couple of upsets this morning. 2 of the England mixed fours went out. One of the Wales fours.
Yep, 3 days in total for this mixed fours. Final on Tuesday afternoon. Interesting combination again. Some great play from both the men and ladies from the South Africa team. Lands on that, it's good. Yeah, well played. American side have got stickers that are the United States flag. Stars in the red, white and blue. South Africa, like a dark green colour. So good start for the Americans. The gentleman in red is our marker there. He's purely there for us. He has little paddles in his pockets, so because we're so far away from the head, he gives us an idea of what's going on and quite frankly makes us look good. Bit more of a conservative top this time round for the Americans. Previous tops were completely covered in the stars and stripes, very bright indeed. All on pace. Oh.
John Canellan for the South African four was very, very consistent in the men's fours. Commentator's curse. Good start. Now, Phil Dunn, the American skip, they did very well in the men's fours. His rink narrowly lost to the England four in the semi-final. And this was the start of the show in the men's fours. Kenny Kiriakou.
Oh, well played. Yeah. Hold on with the banana. Similar shot for South Africa. Just either side of that very short ball with good pace. Not going to reach, I don't think. So 2 for America for a start. And if you have joined us on any of the chat facilities, whether it's Facebook or YouTube, and you fancy asking us a question or John anything about tactics or his career over the last 300 years, 290
about
years,
that.
something, is it? And yeah, pop it down and we'll get him to answer some. See the score there, next rink. You've got the other South African mixed fours team playing Wales. Sutar's skipping that one. Yep, good opener.
Yeah, good response from the American lead, Martha Nielsen.
A very fixed stance, that, isn't it, John?
Yeah, I've been noticing the South Africans play with a fixed stance as well, and they're certainly getting a smooth delivery with that particular stance. And That's been particularly helpful on some of the quicker surfaces on these greens.
Maybe, probably just sneaked in. Played a good line. Will it stay in?
No, nobody quite nailed the pace yet. Early days though. Another good example of a very smooth delivery.
She played well in the last few weeks. Very steady player, very consistent.
Yeah, part of the South African ladies four that just failed to make the final. Lost by one shot in the semi to the England four. One shot to South Africa, but I wouldn't imagine that'll finish up shot. Plenty of room to draw the shot on. It looks as though it's quite a good hand.
Yeah, it's not been too bad this morning. Maybe. Touch and come with it. Yeah, they like that.
It had to come. Because as far as the pace goes, there was torrential rain here on the Friday evening, and the greens might not have quite dried out yet.
They were all flooded, weren't they? I looked across about an hour after the play had finished, and all four of them were like swimming pools.
Well, it looks as though it's at least two to South Africa, and I think Phil Dunn really only has one shot. He's got to try and draw in on the same line as the balls that have been coming into that head.
Well, it's down the throat. Chop and lie. Look. 1 to South Africa. 3 seconds now for America. I think. It's hard to tell with the stickers.
Where's our marker gone?
I'm sure it's 3 seconds there. The shot's still the same. Positive draw down the forehand. Play the ball away. Drag the jack. Dragging the jack's worth a few. Has to come with it though. Not easy. The stars and stripes spans on. Oh, now it's gone slightly to the left. What's down the back there? Can't see. Come down a little bit. Oh, now that's
back
interesting.
ball, shot back ball. Not far away, John. Needs to bend. That's a great effort.
Yep. Cuts it down to 1. So 3 without for America at the moment, just after the 2 ends played. Nice afternoon here, just outside of Paphos, so the playing conditions are pretty good. Wind's dropped, it's been quite windy the last 30 hours or so. Weather looks okay for the rest of the day, currently 19 degrees. 58% humidity, so that's not too bad, and a very light 3-mile-an-hour wind, so not too bad at all.
I think we can put up with that.
Yep.
Jack's okay. The lead for South Africa, Glenda, from the Stella Park Bowling Club in Durban. And her opposite number, Martha Nielsen, from Northern California.
Just the pace, can it sneak inside? Just.
Yes, pace still being a bit elusive.
Much better. Good adjustment.
course, it's never a bad thing finishing through the head. Can always be useful. The worst balls are the very short balls, which just are an irritant and blocks the way into the head.
Can he get hold of the jack? Oh, great ball. Fabulous.
Yeah, good attempt.
He gets to the green one, gets a little touch, comes back behind the jack. Well, it's a bit too quick, but receiving position.
That's a classic example of how a number 2 should play. Draws into the head, draws the shot, and makes sure she's through with her second ball in a receiving position. Well bowled, Pam. Now the third run from Arizona. He needs to play onto the shot ball, get the jack into the open, give themselves a chance to draw the shot.
It's very precise, this forehand. It can make you look silly. You get slightly underneath, it'll bend away a lot right at the end, but 2 balls wide and it'll just go straight. There is a line in. I've seen a few balls being played on it this morning, but yeah, it makes you look silly very easily.
Yes, John's just proved your theory.
Same with this.
No.
Ken just looking to work off the green ball. Did well to get through there.
That was a strange weight, really. I mean, he's laying the shot.
Just over a draw, isn't it? Right hand side of the green one, finished centre ring, just behind the jack.
Weight was good. Well, I think Kenny's just trying to thread his way through to finish just behind the shot ball and jack. think if he's over the weight, he'll never get back.
I say it's so cutthroat, that hand, it really is. Needs to work off it. Pair, I think. Yep. See, it's another quiz night tonight, John, going on.
Oh.
Anne's trying to get a team together so he can topple you.
No, well, he'll have a job. 2 wins out of 2 last week.
I'll have to get a couple of ringers in. Get Mr. Wheel in with us. He was there for Welsh politics or something like that.
The music quiz, but there's been none of that high steady stuff.
I think tonight is general knowledge. How good's your general knowledge?
General. Yes, there's plenty opportunity for the bowlers to relax in this wonderful complex. Neither team seem to have settled down very well on this rink.
No, not yet. Just overplayed. Not seen the winner yet this end. Didn't do much.
Yeah, they're very precise lines on wide. wise to be too far outside the line or inside. Well, Big Ron seems to have a good line in. What's his weight like? Nope. Well, his weight kept him up on that line, but nowhere near the jack. Well, Kenny, the South African skipper, still got a line in there. He just got to miss that last ball on the inside. Oh, I don't know what happened to that. Two to the United States. Not the best of ends.
See some of the other scores going on there across the greens. Some nubbly knees. 5-1 there, Guernsey against Norfolk Islands. 3-1 for Scotland against the other American team.
That's better.
Well played. Great bolt. Oh, look at this. Needs to run for another great one. Finished good though.
And for any lead or second trying to rectify that sort of position, you should never be short. Well, that's a great effort.
Depends if it gets out of the straightener in time. I don't think it's going to do.
No.
Straight as a die.
Nothing for the outside lines.
That happens on quite a lot of the rinks, isn't it? You don't go anywhere near the rink markers.
It is characteristic of these greens. That's a great line. I think it's generally acknowledged that if you get the weight on these greens, it's a long way to success. Minimum correction required from Pam here. She's on a great line again.
Oh.
Oh, two great efforts. She got second with that, I think. Well, that last American ball's killed the draw, so a bit of fireworks from John. Cleared the head.
Still just down this same hand, I think, but unless you play something slightly quicker on the other hand. But I think this little channel's quite nice, like you say, with good pace just either side of that shorter bowl.
Well, he played a good ditch weight ball with his first. He might have been better employed trying again. He wasn't far away. Anyway, still one to the USA. down the backhand, I suspect.
I think so, yeah. Again, it's a very similar shot. Dead weight will decide. Even if he's just somewhere slightly in the way, almost blocking that. Well, can he run? Runs to the bowl, up to the bowl.
Perfect, absolutely brilliant.
Outstanding. Oh, nearly got them both. Got it.
What's your memory like, Phil?
Something slightly different with this one.
Well, he got a great line in with a drive with his first. He might look at that again.
Wide with this one. So another single for the USA. Good start here against a very strong South African side. 6-2 the lead at the moment. I'll have a look for some of the scores for you very shortly. I know there's a few on looking for the Wales game.
Yes, USA looking to keep it going. Catching the South African folk a little bit cold.
Just see Wales 3-2 there on that scoreboard. Guernsey extending their lead against Norfolk Islands 8-1 after 5 ends. Scotland are 3-all against USA. Good lead again.
Late finish.
She impressed me actually in the ladies' side. She led well. Did Martha? Quite consistent. She's got off to a good start here as well. This isn't too shabby. Yeah, it's in. Well done. A little bit unlucky. 1 in, 1 out, but backing the head out.
Well, Pam seems to be getting a good consistent line down this side of the green. she was unlucky there.
She can't be too far from the line with the good pace again.
She making a trip?
Oh, brilliant.
Two great woods there from Pam.
Yep, line a pair. Hats off, means business.
Well, he won't be too happy about that one.
Wants to come with it if he's hitting the jack. Yeah, well done, that makes a 4.
Well, that's quite a wide head now against America, but got to play through it with Wade Shuley.
Can he just hold on? Can just hold on? Oh, unlucky. It's a bowl tight if that.
Well, I think he could have done with a little bit more weight, more positive. Still shots down.
I'd be inclined to run through this if I was
It
USA.
could be 4 down.
A little rumble.
The USA skipper's been playing some really good weight shots during the men's 4s. So he shouldn't hesitate here, I wouldn't think.
Nearly got this. Oh, bingo. Jack will go on the spot. There's a bowl of Martha's there. That's a great hit.
Well, I'm pleased I didn't put the commentator's curse on him anyway, because he has been good at that shot. Well, that's most uncharacteristic of Kenny. He hasn't played many of those in the first part of this week.
So, a pretty easy-ish draw really to score a second. Anything Anything within 4 feet. Yeah, well done, it's in. Big bowl, won't want to be dropping a 3 here, being 6-2 down. Very, very close. Doesn't want the gap. Oh, he's halved it. Has he stayed in? May have done, you know. Big bowl that was.
That's more like him.
Yeah, that was a big bowl. Possibly 3 down there. So, 6-3 the score to USA 8.
If we just go back there, Jason, to the final of the men's fours, you won't see a better last 3 ends of balls than we saw when England came back from 7 down, 3 to play, to sneak it by 1.
Yep.
Absolutely brilliant.
Yeah, it was fantastic, wasn't it? I mean, it was a finish every viewer wants. Maybe not so the players, because it's a bit nail biting, but yeah, we were treated to some fantastic bowling. Lots of cheering going on outside. Some scores are coming through. We'll read them out at the end of the next end here. Looks okay to me. Yeah, 23 metres it was.
Change of length for South Africa. See if they can get themselves back in this game.
Well, it's thrown Martha as well. Oh, great adjustment. Close. Oh, nearly matched it. Nicely waiting though. It's behind.
Now then, Pam, can you just tickle that jack round the corner? Great effort, just a little heavy. I'm just looking to turn that jack just round the corner to make it safer, or even finish on the back white ball would be just as good. Not quite, but a good protecting ball.
It is. I mean, stop that little arriving shot. Nearly just forces them that ball wide. I mean, it looks so nice to draw down on this forehand, but it's an awful hand. It really is. I think you just take the chance again and just try and sneak by on the backhand with good pace, or like you say, John, hide the jack first.
I think one of the problems is that the players know that if they're just overweight, they're going to slide past, and it makes it really difficult.
Just the pace.
Just a bit like that.
Yes, just that pace, just a bit quick. Just turning the jack round.
Nothing big, Ron. No, nothing on the wide line. You can see now how valuable it is to get in early and get a good shot ball at the start, because it's difficult to get it back.
It is. It's always difficult to get out of trouble unless it's a very big head to hit. You're having to try and time something with tippy-tappy pace. Very difficult.
Great pace, but never looked at it. Well, last week you would have put money on Kenny drawing this shot.
I put money on drawing it with two of them. Not far away, he's arriving. Is he arriving? He is. He's unlucky. Oh! Double unlucky. Hit the jack twice. He's played some big balls, John, the American skip.
He's been playing well. I've been watching him in the men's fours. They only lost by one shot to the England team in the semi-finals. A great game of balls on the top green. Could set a new trend in stockings. Well, we suspect that South Africa might still hold the shot here. And Phil will know that he's been very close with his first.
It's close with his second. It's pace dependent again. Surely not. Deary me. If I'd have got in there then I'd have got home. Brilliant. In two fabulous bowls for nothing.
Excellent, excellent quality.
So, game on. Nice cheery marker, smiling away. Views of the scoreboards here for you.
Guernsey still 8-4 up.
Yep. USA B, just slightly ahead there against Scotland. And I have just got some scores through from the rinks. My phone's just rattled. We have Guernsey B 8, Norfolk Island A 1. Wales A 5, South Africa 3, USA B, Scotland B 3, that's what we saw there. Down at the bottom, greens near the beach, Cyprus B 9, England D 7, Jersey C 4, USA D 2. Lots of teams in this mixed fours, isn't there? I mean, quite a few teams with all the way up to D. Shows you how popular it is. It's been a great spectacle of bowls. I mean, it's taken some stamina for these players. I think the eldest on the player profiles out of all the players was 87, John.
Very good. And their enthusiasm for the whole event has been superb, because they had a grueling first few days in the men and women's fours event, and then there was practice available yesterday, and nearly everybody was practicing.
Yeah.
So, I mean, gluttons for punishment.
Yeah, you'd have thought a lot of them would have just sat back, wouldn't you, and thought, well, I've had enough. But there was a few players and teams that weren't in the main men's and fours competition. I had a quick check on the indoor yesterday morning just to see what that was like for an hour.
But the dedication to practice goes to show that they really want to do well in this mixed competition as well.
People are always being watched, aren't they, John? That's the thing. When you've got coaches and people like ourselves, people are always watching and getting feedback back to either selectors or governing bodies, and it's vital when you go away representing your country that you perform, you remain professional.
Yeah, yeah. And it's important you do well, isn't it?
Yes,
I mean, the players will go away happy if they think they've performed to their best ability. And, you know, all the practice and that, they're making sure they can do that. And of course, there's no substitute for winning. I mean, that's what everybody's here for. And we certainly had worthy champions up to now.
We certainly have. When you looked at all four teams in the semi-finals of the men's and the ladies, you know, on a different day, any of those four could have won that event.
Yeah, and I think it'd be fair to say that South Africa were the best team in the men's event. They won 14 out of the 15 games and finished up with a plus aggregate of 174 shots. So that isn't bad, is it?
Not at all.
But there again, you know, in the final, they were nearly there. I think probably thought they were there, And a brilliant comeback by England B in the last three ends to sneak the title. Fantastic viewing.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
Our market having a good look in this time.
One red. Yep.
Well, nothing to pick between these two sides yet. I think we probably haven't seen the best of them yet, either side really, but still a good close contest.
Oh, make contact with the USA ball there of Martha's. Just not quite sure if that's just flipped it in or not. Good old magic finger trick there. Look, I've never been able to master that.
No, I don't know how accurate it is really. I'm with you, Jace. It needs a good man to do that.
I find myself looking, but then I kind of doubt myself, and I close one eye, then open the other eye, and I think, oh, I'm not right there. I just keep opening different eyes. It does help if I normally remember my glasses as well. That's a few times I've forgot them now. Old age.
Don't mention it.
The light green ball is American. Yeah, sorry. Yeah. The light green ball. That one. That's South Africa's. America's the light ball. If it runs, it's not far away. If it runs again. Oh, he's playing really well with these melons, isn't he? Gosh,
He is.
He's there and thereabouts all the time.
And he can play a tighter line as well. He holds up well with those. It must be a tight, a narrow line ball.
Yeah. I mean, they look, well, from a distance, I was wondering if there was maybe an XG, the Dreamline XG. Or whether they were Taylor, maybe a Vector or something. But like you say, they hold well, don't they?
They do.
Oh, got the jack. No. Oh, he's got the back bowl.
Some more finger work.
It's hard to tell. From here, I'd go green, as in the green South African bowl. I mean, I don't know how it.
Our Marcus
Oh,
having
get the
a look.
marker in
Hello,
there.
hello.
Get him in. He'll tell us. Oh,
Oh yeah, he's confident. I think. Well,
I went for the left pocket, which is where the red paddles are in the left pocket.
wherever he's gone.
Well, I mean, look, he promotes his own, turns the green bowl.
Oh, he's missed a line.
Yeah. Missed the weight really, wasn't he? Just needed to be just slightly through. I think it's green, but they may call for a little measure here. I think they are going to do. So I'll just have a measure in there. Just like to say thank you once again for our sponsors for making this event happen. So let's have a little. There we go. Thanks to each and every one of those sponsors there for helping to make this fabulous event happen. So South Africa lead the jack out, so it was 1 to them for that measure. So all square again almost, you know, 1 behind. It's very tight. Well, 2 good opening bowls again. 2 feet either side of the jack. Halfway through the time limit. Now a quarter played.
Good leading.
Not far away again. How's the contact? Oh, unlucky. Jack just jammed against the seam there, but I think it's gone to the South African bowl, slightly past the jack.
Now Pam from South Africa, from the Banners Rest club in Port Edward. She's been having a steady game. good try.
Just short.
Still nothing to block the draw. Still available.
That's down the ginnel. What's the contact? What's the contact? Ho, 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 ho. Brilliant.
Perfect ball.
Absolutely brilliant. South Africa in a little bit of trouble there now, I think. The white ball's shot, maybe one behind, two in a measure, one ball in the head. So very good ball played there.
Well, as we said many times, possession is 9/10 of the game on these greens, but there's nothing in the draw line. It's very much available, and these two South African players at third and fourth have been drawing extremely well during this week. Right, a chance for Ron to put pressure on. If we finish just in front of the jack would be perfect. Well, he hasn't even stopped the draw.
Now, I think he's just under the straighten, I think, or is he? Yep, just ever so slightly under it. Just the pace. He would have come back, therefore.
Just not quite as consistent, the South African team today.
Just slipped out the back door.
Well, certainly 2 shots to USA at the moment, maybe 3.
Yeah, I'm gonna have a. I'll have a plunge at 2, I think.
That's different. Right. Okay. Thank you.
Spoiled for choice.
Well, that's a strange choice of weight from Kenny there, South African skip. He's been drawn beautiful balls all week, and it doesn't look like a weight shot, that, to me. I mean, it looks as though it's just a good open draw.
You play down the funnel, don't you, Jonathan? You get to the jack, if you're slightly underneath, which a lot of them are just going to finish there with a good pace. You've got a couple of balls to sit off.
But not ditch weight.
No, because you're never going to get back. You've got to be playing dead pace. A foot at the most, overdraw. Close. Will he get back to it? He's got it. Oh! Right out the back as well. Just stood away, right at the end. You can actually see the tracks there, can't you, in the carpet? Pardon the railway pun. Line's great. Wants to stop. It's there again, isn't it?
There again. Drawing very well. Just got the edge at the moment.
Certainly have. I mean, the skip is playing outstanding. You know, he's adding when needed. He's playing massive bowls when needed. Just a 2, so it was only one before that. So that's a good 2. Just puts that little bit more space in between the teams. 8-5 after 9 ends. Have a quick look at some of the scoreboards here. There we go. 7-6. So just in front of the flag. Not quite sure who that is. I think it's South Africa's on the bottom again. 7-6 Wales it was, sorry. 12 to Guernsey, 4 for Norfolk Island. United States are 12-4 up against Scotland, so they've strung a few ends together there. Furthest to the left now. It's a lovely chair. That's where the toilets are. Nice wandering camera, love it. Good to see what's going on here. Lots of games being played. Thanks for joining us once again on the stream. Nice to see lots of support. South Africa have been very well supported on the streams over the last week and a bit. There's a few people from the USA on there, California I've seen on, a couple in New York. Beautiful time to be in New York, Christmas. Big tree, the Rockefeller Centre, it's lovely.
And see if the Americans on this rink are from California, one from Northern California and 2 from Southern California. And Big Ron from Arizona.
Okay. I was just waiting then, John. I thought, is it a triple? Say all of a sudden. Yeah, very well spread out. Some nice greens over there.
I think they're all grass, aren't they, in California?
There's an artificial surface in San Jose.
Well, they sang about it.
I mean, I've never played bowls in San Jose. I've been there when I was cabin crew. Fabulous place. Really, really nice.
Well, we get a good end and then we get a really poor end, isn't it? It's difficult to assess.
Do you think tiredness is creeping in, John?
Could be. Well, they've played some games in this last week.
I mean, if you were playing, you'd be held together by band-aids by now.
I would have kept going. Yeah, it seems the length has seemed to baffle everybody this end. Oh, Pam's there again. Great ball from Linda Roberts there. Well, USA not wanting to relinquish their grip on this game. Playing well. Not an easy head now for South Africa. One to USA.
Well, what you fiddling here? Got the gap, unfortunately. Something nice and solid would have been good, but again, just that bit of weight being carried. Ron's from Texas, I've been told here on the chat, John.
Well, somebody told me he was from Arizona.
Ron also lives in Texas. Don't forget to mention the big guy is from the big state. And someone else is mentioning there's quite a lot of nice synthetic greens in California itself. That's from Aaron. Thanks for the info there. It's a big place, America, but I'm very, very surprised there's not that much bowls for the size of the country.
No, I think that they're trying to grow the sport, but it's difficult. I mean, it's like the UK in a way. The biggest sports are dominating all the media.
Yes.
You know, and they get very little publicity, like ourselves.
Yeah, it is hard, isn't it? It's very hard. I mean, football and stuff like American football, baseball, there's something going on all the time. Bowls, you know, when you broadcast bowls, you play traditional style bowls, you could be waiting. You can be waiting sometimes maybe 3 hours to get that climax that everybody wants, that big finish, and you might not get it. Yes, you might get it, where I think it's maybe sometimes slightly the shorter format, you're not waiting as long to get it. I don't know. I mean, the best thing for me was, I thought, when you looked at the Commonwealth Games in Birmingham, that ladies' pairs final was what I thought was classic television. Yeah. So it was a good game all the way through. We waited, watched it build, and at the end of the 3.5 hours, they got the climax, the big finish, the big end that they wanted. And then they call it the Blue Ribbon, the singles event in the singles final for the men's was very, very one-sided because one player was outstanding. And that's the problem when you're trying to broadcast the sport.
Well, Alan Wilson from Australia, he just gave an exhibition right through the singles.
Yep.
I mean, I think he won the final 21-4.
Yeah, I felt sorry for Gary, really, because he didn't do a lot wrong.
He played well.
Yeah.
I mean, Gary plays his ball. He's from Ireland, but he plays his balls in Australia, and a very good player. I mean, Ian McLean, Alan Wilson beat him 21-11 in the semi-final. He just swept them away. Very, very impressive. It's difficult for you know, timing and you know, you can do whatever you want at the ends, but I mean the game of balls is that you've got to wait. There's got to be played, you know, 40 yards or whatever before you see the end of the whatever you do in between or surrounding it. That's the game.
Yeah.
So it tends to be too slow for a lot of people, you know, but. It's a great game of skill, and as we saw from the final of that of the men's fours, it can be quite exciting, and you can follow what's exactly happening, the shot changing, and what you're wanting to do, and you get an exciting finish like that. It makes really good television.
So he's playing the swing. He's got the line just overplayed, I think. Yeah. Just struggling today to nail the pace. So another good end here.
Yeah, USA just holding them off. think there was a feeling in the South African camp that, you know, they'd such a good qualifying event where they were so dominant in terms of winning 14 out of 15, and they're plus one, as I said before, plus 174 shots. That, I mean, that was it. That won the event really, and then to have another semi-final and a final, it was you know, a trifle disappointing for them. But I mean, again, to make it exciting for when it's been, particularly when it's been streamed. I mean, the semi-finals and the final produced some really good bowls for television.
Yeah, it was very, very good. Just see some of the games going on the other rinks there. Sun's shining this afternoon. Been very steady between 18 and 21 degrees here, which is fabulous really for December.
Yeah, we don't see much of the sun in Cumbria.
That's in July.
No. Young children run inside and are frightened when it comes out. They've never seen it before. Beautiful part of the world, though, I may say.
Not biased, no.
No.
Oh, well done. Home of the Lake District.
That's the one.
Chance here. Bit of a malfunction front end this end. Martha's not been playing too many like that.
It's a great ball from the American number 2. Just when South Africa might have a chance to build a head up, in comes a ball like that. Very impressive.
Let's flick her own in. Ooh. I mean, America here can afford to be a little bit positive at this. Still down the forehand, play their own bowl onto the South African bowl, or play it onto the jack. They do have one waiting there should they get a bad result, but something just nice and up.
Yeah, it's important you take your chances in these knockout games. I mean, you don't get many chances at creating scores, so you might, if it's there, you've got to take them.
just... Oh my goodness.
little-
Oh, coming back again. Bit of a googly.
Difficult to plot on the radar, that one.
Can you get back to the jack? Good try. Played the right shot. Nice reach.
Ron looking to consolidate the position. Every shot's a good one as far as they're concerned. 4 up, 5 to play. I do apologise if he is from Texas. It was one of the Americans told me he was from Arizona.
Unless he flits between the two. What's the result this time? Never been to Texas. I've done quite a lot of America working for Virgin Atlantic for 10 years, but one place I've never got to.
I've been in the airports flying through to New Zealand to play in a tournament, but I think we're down San Francisco airport, but I've never been in the country.
Yeah, San Francisco used to be my favourite place. And last time I went back, I was a little bit upset. Really, I mean, there's unfortunate time of the world. I guess there's lots of homeless there. You know, knocking around. You got Union Square, then you go over the hill, don't you? Go into Fisherman's Wharf, and it's beautiful.
If you go there, be sure to wear flowers in your hair.
Okay. I'll take your word for that.
San Francisco.
Oh, is that the words? Okay. I'll name that tune in 37, John.
You're no good going in the music quiz tonight then.
So apparently he lives between the 2 states, Austin specifically. There we go. Now then, how's your look? Onto the jack. No, hasn't got the look, unfortunately. Still second. Maybe have 2 seconds. Well, sir. Well, are you reaching? Oh.
Perfect line.
He was, yeah. Now, is this where you take the gamble, John? I think it's definitely 2 seconds. I think that's is that Pam's ball there? Maybe. No, that's Pam's ball there. It's 2 seconds, definitely. If you can just fiddle that gap, play it away and sit for 3, get underneath. I'll just take your chance. Orange bowl, of course, is a South African bowl. If he plays that up, through or onto it.
Yeah, 2 or 3 chances, percentage shot.
Has to be up. Yeah, he's going for it, nice and quick. 1, 2. Just didn't get the right one. Ends are ticking away. 4 ends to play. America lead by 5 shots. Time limit, well, time's fine. Still 45 minutes. This game's moving at a very good pace, so I don't think that time limit will come into play. 2 games every day, 2 more for tomorrow for you, and then on Tuesday we will see the semi-finals in the morning and the main final at 1:30 Cyprus time in the afternoon. 13-6 there for Wales. And the Norfolk Islands, somewhere, there we go. Norfolk Islands have picked a few up here, so they're on the way back. Now trail 8-13 against Guernsey. Let's look at Scotland and America. Scotland are trailing 5-13 against the other USA side.
Yes, USA's afternoon so far.
Yes, it is.
Now South Africa have got to start making a move here. They're only 5 down and 4 to play, which is lots of games being won from there. But they're not making a great deal of impression on the USA side.
Oh, good start.
No, that helps.
Certainly does.
Well, USA, they need to make sure they just get the shot. Every shot's a good one to keeping South Africa at bay. Well, that's a good start.
Urging that ball forward.
Very good line, but overcooked it. Well, weight saved him.
Certainly did. he get back to the jab? Just stayed in, well played.
Yeah, it could be short. Oh,
Just went out that American bowl. It's still 1-2 South Africa with the orange bowl, which is almost a length.
and I'm sure Phil will be looking for the perfect draw. His command of weight has been very good on this surface.
Oh, robbed him.
Weight was perfect again. Good open draw for Kenny, South Africa. Drawing down the line, ideally just sitting on the second shot ball.
Has he got the weight though? No, just lacking that yard, which is why it's just dipped underneath. Free draw here for South Africa. It's an important draw. Just draw in.
Yeah, same hand.
Pace dependent. Wants to be careful. Oh, he's been unlucky. Played a good ball, but I think it's 1 in, 1 out, I think. That touch on the jack may have just denied him that second shot. It's close though. I mean, you always say, John, don't you, the ball that's vertical towards the ball that's horizontal.
On television, that's the way it looks, yeah.
Yeah, it's strange. Unless you've got an overhead camera, it's always very, very difficult.
No, it is too.
So, big 2.
Well, that's just the end that South Africa needed, really. They couldn't afford to lose these next 2 ends. Now the big change of length here for South Africa. They've had enough of that short 3/4. Change of length, change of fortune. That's what they're hoping for. Oh, look at that.
lots of pace behind that one.
Oh, what a great start.
Bang on.
Well played, Martha.
That tactic didn't work, did it really?
No.
Martha's nailed it.
Well, I'm afraid Glenda hasn't learned from her first ball. That's exactly the same ball.
Yeah, I should be disappointed with that. I mean, scoring a double on that last end to get them back within touching distance can't be helped.
She'll be saying there's nothing wrong with the length we were playing. Oh, and what a way to cash in. Just a yard short. Well, that's made it awkward for Palm. That last bowler's blocked that way in on the backhand. Trying the forehand, and they haven't played many balls down this side. So they're exploring the territory. Well, not a bad effort.
It's nearly coming back towards her.
Oh, very good.
Brilliant. Would this just tempt them now, just to allow her to have a bit of a run at this? I mean, that looks a really good target. Might be worth one, straight through the split. Yeah. Thought it may just tempt them, just to play down to it. Well, just... Oh! Well, that really... Get him off a cliff edge.
The danger with that, of course, is that you finish up with no balls in the head. But, as you say, it might be worth a go. They certainly need to score here, South Africa, anyway. And they can't afford to lose 2 or 3 shots.
Oh.
Oh, she was in again. Robbed. Well, it looks attractive for a drive.
It does. Yeah, it looks very attractive. 1-2 back to the jack. You need to just get the 2 balls in the jack, and the jack goes off the ring. Jack will go back to where it is now, because I think it's almost on the tee. Just depends. They don't want to move the South Africa ball, the purplish coloured ball, to the right. I think sometimes fortune favours the brave, John.
Well, and they're pretty accurate at the drive shot. The South African third and skip. Oh, that didn't make much, did it?
Nope. Is he asking for a blocker, do you think?
Well, you could play up into it still. Draw for another shot. Just move it a little bit about.
Yeah. Sit in the hole.
Just make it less attractive, that's all.
Yeah. Sits down in the hole will be good.
You could play a short ball trying to block and it going nowhere and you're wasting a ball. That's the problem.
Well, to me, that's second prize.
That's a good ball.
Yep. African prize. Says, well, that's not easy. You go ahead and hit that. Just covered it. Slight change of pace. Here it comes. Needs the blue one back to the jack. Well played. Well played. Very good ball.
That was excellent adjustment. It's not easy going from a drive to a drawing or a pull shot, and he did it to perfection. Marvellous.
Well, America have 3 seconds. Yeah, just confirmation there. It is 1 to South Africa.
Yeah, I think South Africa will feel that that's a bonus, getting an actual shot out of that.
Yes.
Because it was a terrible situation, really. But to get a shot as well, that's a big, big bonus.
Let's have a look at what I can do. Sonia's asking for the Wales score. I'll grab that for you in 2 seconds, Sonia. I'll go and dangle over the balcony. America going for the ball. Needs a little helping hand now at the end. Oh, dearie me. Spooned it sideways. Unlucky, wasn't far away at all.
Now then, finding a line down into no man's land, that'll be interesting.
Yeah, good luck, Skip. South Africa to the left there playing against Wales. South Africa just have clawed a few shots back. Wales lead 13-11 at the moment, so just 2 in that game.
Well, Kenny had almost a perfect line down there. He would have held right down to that shot ball.
So this will look tempting on the backhand to play just up, but the forehand will always bend all day. If you go wide on this backhand, I'm just not quite sure what it'll do. As long as you're just slightly up to it, it should bend at the end.
Well, Phil's got a tight running ball, so he should be okay if he's got the way always away.
Just at the end, look, just the pace.
Just the pace beat him. I'm sure Kenny will be up this time. It's doing its best to come back, but it won't. Might have got second shot. I don't think it'll come from there. Missed opportunity that for USA. They could have added another shot and made it even more difficult for a South African comeback.
Just had news in that Cyprus have beaten the other England team, England D, 15-12. Not a good event for England, this one. Just scored a 2 in the last end, 13-12 going into the last end. Cyprus picked up a pair. Guernsey 14-9 against the Norfolk Islands there, playing in the last end. Scotland versus America, 14-6 to America. 3 ends to play on that one there. See, quite a nice day here. 2 more for South Africa. Looks like it could go all the way then. Just 2 ends to play. Anybody's game.
Another tense finish on this rink again. I would expect a lot tighter end as well. Every ball could play a crucial role in this this final, these 2 final ends.
Just like in the 2 feet.
Yeah, not the time for short balls. Just trying to work inside the last short ball. Perfect.
Just got the gap off.
No, just too overplayed.
Hands are being flung all over the show there, John.
Thought a sealer was coming in and oh no.
Nippy.
She just missed the line, I think. Well, still 1 to South Africa. We're going to be spoiled for 10th finishes here with South Africa again.
Yeah, they certainly know what to do for us. I mean, they've hung in there. They've been struggling a little bit to what we've normally seen from them for the last, 9 days. But that's what being a professional and experienced player is all about, digging deep when you really need to.
Well, that may well be in. Weight was good. Nobody nailed it yet, though. The end's certainly not sealed yet. Well, he looks, they've missed the line again. Worse than that is not quite up. Oh, well, we might have made it.
Well, one for South Africa at the moment.
Looks a good line to me.
Is it the pace? Can it just get back in? Yeah, I think it's in. Oh, the America ball's just fallen down. Fallen towards the jack. I wonder if we can just get to it and plant it out for quite a few. Pace will just keep this away. Just looking here now, you've got 1, 2. Hard to tell. I mean, even if they score 1, going into the final end all level, they'd have taken that 4 ends ago.
What if he's already lying 3, then he just draws up again, same ball again, we'll give him 4. That would be perfect. But I mean, that would make them going into the last end.
Wants to miss
3
that.
up.
Wants to miss that and run. Just
Well,
2 feet.
Oh no, he doesn't tighten it up at all. It's just the short balls on the drawing hand have just been a temptation to throw players tight with the ball. But Phil's got a tighter running ball. He will be able to just keep up inside those front balls, just with the weight.
Yes, bang on a pace, yeah. That's like we've said time and time again, haven't we, how all these rinks are very, very pace dependent. Anything within a foot and you don't do too bad.
But bear in mind, he's conscious that the last thing he wants is to be short. But so he just went through a good 2 yards last time. But just learn from that. Lessen your pace. He could hold up inside the jack and enough for a shot with those balls.
Oh yes, easy.
It's all easy from up here, though. Depends on pace.
Too quick. Oh, he's fell off.
He's made it.
Oh.
His pace was just good enough to sneak in there.
Yeah, he got that contact he needed because he was nearly a yard over pace there, but he's rested the bottles. And one to red, one to blue. That's a big difference, that. I mean, that was all level or two in front. That's a huge bowl.
Big end.
Yeah, huge, huge bowl. Well played. He's played so many great bowls. You'd get man of the match if this was football, I think.
But still all to play for. 2 down last end. And the way the rink's been playing, there's, the shots available on this rink.
Well, Norfolk Island against Guernsey B. Norfolk Island A, well, they were 3 up going into the last end. Guernsey B, they've just scored a 4. So they've just gone ahead into the last end 14-13. So it's a big 4 for them on that penultimate end.
Right, Martha, can you seal it for the USA?
Not far away. Good start.
And Glenda, everybody in Stella Park, Durban is willing you on. That's a good ball. Cover.
Obviously, with it being a straight knockout, a 2 would be enough to scrape a extra end for South Africa. Just the pace, too quick.
That's a good ball. Could be shot.
In the other South African game, Wales are 5 up going into the last end.
Well, that makes it interesting because that's right in the eye down the drawing line.
Just a slight repositioning on the mat then. She just stood more towards the back.
She's just just about perfect here, you know.
Oh, brilliant.
That's a brilliant ball.
Brilliant. That last bit of shuffle on the mat's done really, really well. What she's done there is she's seen that she's 18 inches over. She can move that on the mat and play exactly the same bowl.
Yeah, absolutely correct.
Thinking, well, if I stand there again, I have to look at maybe slightly different pace, play the same bowl and just move on the mat. That shows you how experienced, and it also shows, to be fair, she's had some sort of coaching or development of how to use a mat.
That's a sign of experience.
Yep.
Well, I think Ron will be positive at this. I think I wouldn't contemplate just trying to draw it off. I don't think he'll get back. Well, South Africa can come inside or outside that, but just lost it on the inside.
Yeah. So there's only 2 balls tight. It's bent a long way right at the end.
Well, that's the last thing USA wanted, was a short ball, and he might have blocked a driving line. John will be encouraged by that last ball. He can still draw inside or outside that short ball. As long as he's got good weight, he'll count. Well, that may be in.
I think it is. Very, very interesting finish, this.
Well, Ron's stance suggesting that he's trying to persuade Phil to draw for second shot, which would, of course, give them the game. And the draw is still on, but it's a difficult one. He plays good running balls. He's always got that inside line to take a chance. Positive. He is.
Got the jack. Oh! 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 My goodness.
That's 3 to South Africa.
It is, yeah. That's a dreadful result. That's absolutely dreadful result, that. Because not only is it 3, which it probably was before, that's very difficult to get out of trouble now. Very, very difficult. It'd have been better off missing.
Yes.
He's left himself with probably the hardest shot in the book on this ring.
And he's left Kenny a good draw in on the backhand. He could draw in and make it harder still. Because
if he plays a foot short down the backhand, he's absolutely in trouble.
Absolutely correct. Just
6
like that,
wide.
you mean? That's brilliant. That's
there we
absolutely brilliant.
Oh dear. Deary me.
Well, he's got to drive at it again, I believe. But he's got a very difficult shot on.
He's got to, if he drives, he's got to remove 2 bowls. The trouble is, if he draws, you can draw within 9 inches and still be 3 down. That's the problem.
If he drives and he's lucky, he hits the front 2 balls here and he drives them into the head, which will give him a result. Or if he sneaks past, he could take the green balls away. But if it went clean, there's still at least 2 down.
I'm just looking, if he drives on the backhand and he catches the left-hand side lime green bowl on the edge and it plants the jack out the side of the rink to the right, who's got the tee? The white one is definitely close. Not sure who the dark blue bowl is down the back. Like you say, John, I think he's got to play straight at this and just hope for some kind of connection that removes 2 of the bowls or moves the jack. Not easy though, because not only you've got to hit the target, you've got to hope for, a little bit of fortune in a way.
Excitement again on this last end. This is what viewers want to see, isn't it?
Yeah.
Jason? It's excellent for television. Well, he's running at it anyway.
That's the result I was talking about. If that goes out the rink, I think that's game to America at the moment with 1 bowl to come. That was a fabulous shot.
Well, I think that's done the trick.
Yeah, it has.
I can't see South Africa getting 2.
So Wales have beaten the other South African team there. Back to this game, Harry. Harry, to the right, back to the game. Thank you. Oh. Thanks, mate. So oh dear me.
You can't see that ball. You can't see that ball to remove it.
Even if he did, this white one of America's here is somehow got to hit a bowl forward and then run with it.
He could try and plant his own ball and follow through. That would possibly give them 2, or the green ones. But it would have to be extremely fortunate.
If he makes 2 here, this is the shot of the week.
Correct.
Well, what's the pack? 1, 2. There goes 1 ball forward.
Well, it could be 2 there.
No, that's America's,
America's ball.
Yeah. So it's a good hit, but that was asking for an awful lot. But that's going to be 1 for South Africa. But that's just not going to be enough, unfortunately. So what a fantastic game of bowls there it was. I mean, the USA skip was really, really on fire there. Good leading as well from Martha, and very, very well backed up by the rest of her team. So a round of bowls sees both of the South African sides be knocked out of the competition, which is truly remarkable. Just to confirm, Wales beat South Africa on the other one, 16-12 coming through. So we're back with you tomorrow. John, as always, thank you very much for your time.
Pleasure. Thank you.
We'll be back tomorrow morning at 9:15. I've not been told which the streaming rink is going to be yet, but we'll be back at 9:15. The results are all on the Atlantic Senior Fours website, and there's also little snippets on the Facebook page as well. Well, thank you for joining us, and I'm afraid that, as always, we have time for this afternoon. So as you can see, the sun is still shining here, and until tomorrow, it's a very goodbye now. Bye-bye.